When we think of royalty, we often picture extravagance and elegance, but the Qatari royals take this to a whole new level. They don't just live in luxury, they thrive in it. While monarchs around the world exude wealth, only a few can claim to own mega yachts, private islands, and even football clubs. These royals are the very definition of kings among kings. So come with me on an exclusive tour into their world, a place where everything that glitters is gold. The Al Thani family, the royal dynasty of Qatar, has an estimated net worth of around $335 billion. To put that in perspective, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the family's current leader, is worth about $2 billion all on his own. One of the key sources of their wealth, their incredible real estate portfolio. Let's start with one of their most breathtaking residences, the Al Rayyan Palace. This massive estate exudes luxury from every corner. Its exterior features grand facades, sprawling courtyards, and lush gardens. Inside, think gold crystal chandeliers, exquisite marble floors, a private cinema, a helipad, and of course, a fleet of luxury cars. And that's just the beginning. Another stunning property is the Al Shakab Stud Farm, a world-class facility for Arabian horses. Established in 1992 by the former Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, it's more than just a farm. It's a palace for horses, luxurious stables, top-tier training arenas, and even a veterinary clinic ensure the horses receive only the best care. But wait, the Al Thani family's real estate empire stretches far beyond Qatar's borders. In London, they own the iconic Dudley House, purchased in 2006 for an eye-popping $105 million. This Grade 2 listed beauty is one of the world's most expensive private residences, dating back to the early 1800s. After a meticulous restoration, the interior dazzles with gilded ceilings, antique furniture, priceless artworks, and features like a private cinema, a ballroom, and a wine cellar. And it doesn't stop there. In Paris, the family owns the magnificent Hotel Lambert, a 17th century mansion on the Ile Saint-Louis, acquired in 2007 for $88.9 million. The mansion is pure opulence, complete with grand salons, a private chapel, and a gorgeous garden with views of the Seine River. For those who crave their own slice of paradise, the Al Thani family has Al Safliya Island, a private retreat off the coast of Doha. Think white sandy beaches, crystal clear waters, and lush greenery. Each villa on the island comes with its own private beach, swimming pool, and, wait for it, helipad. That's right, every villa has its very own helipad. The main villa on the island? It's nothing short of a palatial masterpiece with sweeping views of the Arabian Gulf. Back in Doha, the family owns the Royal Palace, also known as the Emir Erdogan. This stunning palace serves as the official residence of the Emir in the heart of the country's political power. The complex is covered in gold and includes 15 palaces and a car park with space for over 500 cars. And just when you think it couldn't get any more jaw-dropping, the Al Thani family even has a $41 million mansion in Manhattan, and it's reserved for their servants. Yes, you read that right, a mansion for the servants. Makes you almost wish you could be one of them, right? Don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for any openings. With the kind of wealth the Al Thani family has, it's no surprise that they have a deep appreciation for luxury cars. In fact, their car collection could easily be called a hypercar heaven. One of their prized possessions is the Bugatti Veyron, with the Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse being one of the crown jewels. This incredible car can hit a top speed of over 400 kilometers per hour and is worth over $2 million. But that's just the beginning. The Lamborghini Veneno is another rare beauty in their garage. With only 9 units ever made, the Al Thani family is lucky enough to own 2 of these masterpieces, each valued at over $4 million. It's not just a car, it's a rolling work of art. Then there's the Ferrari LaFerrari, a hybrid hypercar that combines a V12 engine and an electric motor, delivering a jaw-dropping 950 horsepower. The Al Thani family has several LaFerraris in their collection, including the ultra-rare LaFerrari Aperta, which is worth more than $5 million. This is the kind of car that turns heads wherever it goes. A staple in their collection is the Rolls-Royce Phantom, the ultimate symbol of wealth, luxury, and comfort. The Al Thani family doesn't just have one, they own several Phantoms, each tailored to their exact preferences and specifications. Next up is the McLaren P1, a hybrid hypercar that blends blistering speed with cutting-edge technology. The Al Thani family's collection includes multiple P1s, including the rare P1 GTR, valued at over $3 million. It's not just a car, it's an experience. The Aston Martin 177 is another rare gem in their lineup, with only 77 units ever produced. Each of these exclusive cars is worth over $2 million, making it one of the most most sought-after models in the world. The Mercedes-Maybach SC600 is another luxury ride the Al Thani family enjoys. Known for its impeccable interior and smooth, serene ride, the S600 is a favorite of the elite. Of course, they own multiple S600s, each one designed to match their taste perfectly. Let's not forget the Porsche 918 Spyder, a hybrid hypercar that combines a V8 engine with an electric motor, pumping out a powerful 877 horsepower. The Al Thani family owns several of these, with each one customized to meet their exacting standards. The Koenigsegg Agera RS is a standout in their collection, known for its insane top speeds and next-level technology. Among their Agera RS collection is the Agera RS Griffin, valued at more than $5 million. They also have several Bentley Mulsannes, luxurious cars with impeccable craftsmanship and performance, all customized to their precise specifications. The same goes for the Lexus LFA, including the rare LFA Nürburgring edition, which is valued at over $1 million. And finally, we have the Maserati MC12. With only 50 units ever produced, this car is one of the rarest and most exclusive in the world. Each MC12 is worth over $2 million, making it a true collector's dream. So when you have a fortune like the Al Thani families, your car collection isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's about owning the most exclusive, most powerful, and most luxurious vehicles on the planet. And with a fleet like theirs, it's clear they're driving the world's finest. The Al Thani family doesn't just dominate in real estate and cars. They've also built an incredible legacy through their art and jewelry collections. It all began back in the early 20th century when Sheikh Abdullah bin Jassim Al Thani, who ruled Qatar from 1913 to 1949, began collecting Islamic art and cultural artifacts. His goal, to preserve Qatar's rich heritage. Little did he know, his efforts would set the stage for one of the most valuable art collections in the world. As Qatar's wealth grew, thanks to the discovery of oil in the 1940s, the Al Thani family expanded their collection dramatically. But it was Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad Al Thani, who ruled from 1973 to 1995, who really took things to the next level. Under his leadership, the family began acquiring Western art alongside Islamic masterpieces, fueling their growing passion for art and culture. One of the crown jewels of their collection is Paul Cézanne's The Card Players, which they acquired for a staggering $250 million in 2011. It's one of the most expensive paintings ever sold. The piece is part of a series of 5 created in the late 1800s. The painting captures 2 peasants lost in a card game, offering a timeless look at rural French life. Another incredible treasure is the Shahnameh of Tahmasp, a 16th century Persian manuscript, also known as the Book of Kings. This manuscript is a true gem in the world of Islamic art. It contains over 200 illustrations in ornate calligraphy, telling the epic stories of Persian kings and heroes, a perfect reflection of the glory and culture of the Persian Empire. And let's not forget the Al Thani family's jewelry collection, which is just as impressive. It's deeply influenced by the family's historical ties to both the Indian subcontinent and the Persian Gulf. One standout piece is the Pataliputra necklace, an ancient Indian necklace decorated with emeralds, diamonds, and pearls. This necklace, thought to be over 1,000 years old, reflects the family's love for historical artifacts. Also part of their collection is the Qatar Pearl, one of the largest natural pearls in the world. Weighing in at over 200 grams, it's a stunning symbol of Qatar's maritime history. This pearl frequently graces international exhibitions, drawing large crowds eager to catch a glimpse of this rare gem. And in recent years, the Al Thani family's acquisitions have only gotten more eye-popping. In 2017, they stunned the world when they purchased the Pink Star diamond for $71 million. At 59 carats, this flawless pink diamond is one of the most expensive gemstones ever sold at auction. But it's not just about art and jewels for the Al Thani family. They've made their wealth through some savvy business ventures. Their journey to becoming one of the world's wealthiest and most influential royal families began with their early investments in oil and gas. Back in the early 1900s, Qatar was a small, undeveloped country, and its future wealth seemed uncertain. However, the Al Thani family saw potential in the country's untapped natural resources. The game changer came in the 1940s when oil was discovered in the Dukhan field. Under the leadership of Sheikh Abdullah bin Jassim Al Thani, Qatar signed its first oil concession agreement with the Anglo-Persian Oil Company, which later became British Petroleum, BP. This was the start of a major economic transformation for the country and for the royal family. As oil production ramped up, so did the Al Thani family's wealth. They didn't just sit on their growing growing fortune. Instead, they reinvested those profits back into the country, developing Qatar Petroleum in 1974, the state-owned oil and gas company that has since become the backbone of Qatar's economy. But the family's involvement in oil wasn't limited to just extraction. They knew how to diversify their wealth and expand their reach, making the Al Thani family a powerful force in both business and culture. The Al Thani family has built an empire not just with oil, but with a strategic vision for the future that extends far beyond the industry itself. They didn't just extract oil, they invested heavily in infrastructure to support it, building refineries, pipelines, and export terminals that help boost Qatar's economy and grow the family's wealth. Their early ventures also included the establishment of Qatar National Bank, QNB, in 1964, which became the country's first commercial bank. This was a major step in supporting the nation's growing industries and providing essential financial services to businesses and individuals alike. But their investments didn't stop there. In 2005, they took another significant leap by creating the Qatar Investment Authority, QIA, the country's sovereign wealth fund. This was designed to manage Qatar's surplus oil revenues, ensuring the nation's long-term financial stability. The QIA has since spread its wings, with investments across a wide range of sectors including real estate, technology, and infrastructure, both in Qatar and globally. A stand-up project from the Al Thani family was the Qatar Foundation, launched in 1995 under Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, Qatar's former emir. The foundation's flagship, Education City, brings top-tier international universities to Qatar, providing world-class education and drawing talent from all corners of the globe. It's just one example of how the Al Thani family has not only invested in their country's future, but in the global community as well. But their impact isn't confined to the business world. Sports have become a huge focus for the Al Thani family, with a special love for football. In 2011, Qatar Sports Investments, a branch of QIA, bought Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, a historic but underperforming football club. Under their ownership, PSG was transformed into one of Europe's powerhouses. The first major signing was Argentine midfielder Javier Pastore, and that was just the beginning. In 2013, they shocked the football world by bringing Neymar Jr. to PSG in a $246 million deal, the largest in history at the time. Not long after, they secured Kylian Mbappe for $235 million, solidifying PSG's position as a force to be reckoned with. The Al Thani family's investments didn't just boost the club's roster, they also revamped PSG's infrastructure, upgrading the iconic Parc des Princes stadium and building a cutting-edge training facility. This transformation helped PSG win multiple League One titles and reach the Champions League final for the first time in 2020. Beyond football, the Al Thani family's influence is felt across a number of other sports. In horse racing, for example, Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Thani has made his mark with racehorses that have triumphed in major international events, including the prestigious Qatar Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Their involvement in motorsports has been just as impactful. Since 2004, Qatar has hosted the MotoGP Qatar Grand Prix, which takes place at the state-of-the-art Losail International Circuit. This facility also hosts World Superbike and FIA World Endurance Championship races, further cementing Qatar's reputation as a motorsports hub. Tennis has also seen the Al Thani family's investment. Since 1993, they've sponsored the Qatar Open, an event on the ATP World Tour that attracts top tennis players from around the world. Their commitment to building high-quality tennis infrastructure, like the Khalifa International Tennis Complex, has helped elevate the sports profile in the region. And perhaps their most significant achievement came when Qatar secured the bid to host the 2022 FIFA World Cup. This monumental event was the result of years of careful planning, lobbying, and visionary investment. The Al Thani family led the charge, ensuring that Qatar's infrastructure, stadiums, transportation networks, and accommodation would be top-notch. They didn't just want to host a tournament, they wanted to showcase Qatar on the world stage as a leader in global sports. The Al Thani family, known for their immense wealth, has also made waves in the luxury fashion industry, building an impressive portfolio of high-end European brands. Their entry into the world of luxury fashion wasn't just a business decision. It was a move driven by cultural pride and sharp economic strategy. Their journey began in 2012 when they made a jaw-dropping $916 million purchase of the iconic Valentino fashion house. Known for its stunning craftsmanship and timeless elegance, Valentino was a perfect addition to their growing empire. But this was only the beginning. Later that same year, Qatar Holding, a subsidiary of the Qatar Investment Authority, QIA, made headlines with an acquisition of more than 1% of the luxury goods giant LVMH, Louis Vuitton, Crown Moet Hennessy for an estimated $915 million. In 2013, they expanded further by increasing their stake in Tiffany & Company, a brand synonymous with luxury jewelry. By purchasing an additional 3.2 million shares, the Al Thani family now held an 11.3% stake in the iconic retailer, solidifying their presence in the jewelry market. But the Al Thani family didn't stop there. In 2016, they added Balmain, the famous French fashion house, to their collection for an estimated $654 million. Known for its bold designs and celebrity following, Balmain fit perfectly into the Al Thani family's luxury brand portfolio. The luxury ambitions didn't slow down. In 2018, they acquired a significant stake in Harrods, one of the most prestigious and well-known department stores in the world. This move was more than just a business acquisition. It was a symbol of their dominance in the global luxury retail market. The Al Thani family's ambitions continued to stretch across entire retail empires. Reports emerged about talks between Qatari investors and Printemps, the French department store chain, potentially valued at around $2.23 billion. This deal, executed by Qatar Holding through its Luxembourg-based Divine Investments, further cemented their strategy of expanding their reach in the luxury sector. Media attention followed the Al Thani family's every move, often fueled by the family's high-profile connections. One moment that particularly captivated the public was when Queen Elizabeth visited Dudley House in London, a mansion owned by the Al Thani family. Known for its formality and grace, the Queen's visits were always a big deal. But when she stepped inside Dudley House, she was reportedly left in awe. In an unexpected moment of candor, the Queen remarked, "This place makes Buckingham Palace look rather dull." A comment from the monarch, who resided in one of the most famous palaces in the world, quickly became sensational news. Headlines like "Queen Elizabeth in awe of Dudley House" and "Buckingham Palace dwarfed by Mayfair Mansion" dominated the news cycle. Her comment sparked a curiosity about the house and its owner, giving the world a glimpse into the lavish lifestyle of the Al Thani family. The visit also underscored the long-standing ties between the Qatari Royal Family and the British Royal Family, dating back to the early 20th century when Qatar was under British protection. The Al Thani family, who have ruled Qatar since the mid-19th century, found themselves navigating a complex and ever-changing geopolitical landscape. Their journey took a pivotal turn in 1917 when Sheikh Abdullah bin Yassim Al Thani signed a historic treaty with the British government. This agreement gave Qatar British protection and support in exchange for control over the country's foreign policy. For years, British influence shaped much of Qatar's governance, and British officials played a key role in guiding the Al Thani family on international relations and policy. But beyond the politics, a strong personal bond developed between the two families, one built on mutual respect and shared interests. This relationship set the stage for many interactions to come. One of the most notable early moments was Sheikh Abdullah's visit to the UK in the 1920s, the first time a member of the Al Thani family had traveled to Britain. During his stay, he met with King George V, marking a historic moment in the relationship between the two royal families. By the time Qatar gained independence in 1971, the Al Thani family and the British royals had forged a lasting connection that would endure well beyond the formal end of the British protectorate. Even after Qatar's independence, the bond remained strong. Queen Elizabeth II continued to show a deep interest in Qatar's development, and the Al Thani family, in turn, valued this connection and worked to maintain strong ties with the United Kingdom. Fast forward to the 2022 FIFA World Cup, and the Al Thani family found themselves at the center of yet another global event. With preparations underway, the family invested billions into new stadiums, hotels, transportation networks, and other infrastructure to ensure the tournament would be a world-class experience for fans and visitors. There was pressure to meet expectations, but the family and the Qatari government worked tirelessly with FIFA to make sure everything was ready for the world's most anticipated football event. However, just hours before the tournament kicked off, the Al Thani family made a bombshell announcement that stunned many: a total ban on alcohol at World Cup stadiums. The news spread like wildfire, and while it shocked some, others weren't surprised. Qatar, a conservative Muslim nation, has strict regulations on alcohol consumption, and they remained firm in adhering to these principles even for the global spectacle of the World Cup. While many fans were disappointed and frustrated, especially those who traveled expecting to enjoy a cold beer while watching the matches, Qatar stood its ground. Sponsors, particularly from the beverage industry, also felt the sting of the decision, as it disrupted their marketing plans and revenue expectations. But for the Al Thani family, this move wasn't just about about enforcing a rule, it was about preserving Qatar's cultural and religious integrity. They believed that hosting the World Cup should never come at the cost of compromising their deeply held values. Though the decision sparked controversy, it was a statement about Qatar's commitment to maintaining its identity on the world stage. Over time, many fans adapted to the change. Non-alcoholic drinks became the norm, and alternative entertainment options were provided at stadiums. While the atmosphere felt different, the energy of the games and the spirit of football were still very much alive. In the end, the Al Thani family's choice to uphold Qatar's cultural values during the World Cup highlighted their unwavering dedication to their heritage. Even in the face of global scrutiny, the Al Thani family's decision to ban alcohol at the 2022 World Cup didn't just make waves, it ignited a global conversation about cultural respect, tradition, and modernity. With a net worth of $335 billion, the Al Thani family draws attention from all corners of the globe, inspiring both admiration and envy. But they didn't just sit back and enjoy the spotlight. They've been involved in some jaw-dropping moments that rival any blockbuster movie. One of the most unforgettable stories came from a daring, movie-style heist that shocked the world, targeting the family's legendary jewelry collection in Venice, Italy. The Al Thani family's collection, called Treasures of the Mughals and the Maharajas, is nothing short of a masterpiece. A collection of 275 stunning pieces that span centuries of Indian and Asian history, featuring rare and priceless jewels and artifacts. The mastermind behind this incredible treasure trove is Sheikh Hamad bin Abdullah Al Thani, a first cousin of Qatar's emir, Sheikh Tamim. Sheikh Hamad's passion for history led him on a mission to gather the most significant collection of Indian jewelry ever assembled. Over the years, he carefully curated pieces from the Mughal and Maharaja eras, building an exhibition like no other. Through the Al Thani Foundation, Sheikh Hamad's vision was to share these treasures with the world. The collection traveled to prestigious locations across the globe, including exhibitions in Paris and Japan, where it was met with awe and admiration from connoisseurs and collectors alike. Then in September 2017, the collection made its much-anticipated debut at the Palazzo Ducale in Venice, one of the most iconic and historic buildings in the city. The exhibition was a showstopper, with each piece displayed in specially designed, supposedly unbreakable glass cases, a testament to the family's commitment to security. But even the best-laid plans couldn't stop what happened next. On the final day of the exhibition, the unthinkable occurred, a brazen heist. The thieves bypassed the high-tech security, including the glass cases, and made off with several priceless pieces, including stunning works by the famous jeweler Bagat. The heist's precision, planning, and sheer audacity left everyone speechless, and to this day, the details remain a mystery. The heist not only shocked the art world, but also proved that, even with billions of dollars in top-tier security, nothing is ever truly safe when there are those bold enough to take what they desire. The world watched in disbelief as the Al Thani family's priceless treasures became part of an ongoing mystery that still hasn't been fully solved. For the Al Thani family, luxury is more than a lifestyle. It's their legacy. They've poured money into real estate around the globe. And trust us, it's not your average investment portfolio. Their properties range from the heart of London to the shores of the Americas, each one as stunning and unique as the next. In London, the Al Thani family made one of their most iconic moves. They bought the legendary Harrods department store for a staggering £1.5 billion. This isn't just a shopping destination, it's a global symbol of luxury that draws millions every year. But their presence in London doesn't stop at Harrods. They've made their mark in the most elite neighborhoods, including Mayfair and Canary Wharf. The family also owns the Shard, Western Europe's tallest building. At £150 million, it's a striking marvel of architecture that houses high-end offices, world-class dining, and even a five-star hotel. It's like their own little kingdom within the London skyline. Head across the English Channel, and you'll find the Al Thani family nestled in Paris. They own Hotel Lambert, a historic mansion on the Ile Saint-Louis, which they bought for €80 million in 2007. The mansion isn't just a piece of property, it's a piece of French history. And let's not forget their stunning collection of American properties. In the heart of Manhattan, they own a $65 million penthouse at the iconic 157 skyscraper, also known as Billionaire's Row. It's got breathtaking views of Central Park, a symbol of their global footprint. Then there are the Caribbean private islands, paradises where the Al Thani family can get away from the hustle and bustle. These islands aren't just places to vacation, they're sanctuaries, offering the family a private escape from their royal duties. But wait, there's more. When it comes to luxury and extravagance, the Al Thani family has an eye for the finest things. They're fans of legendary jewelers like Cartier and Van Cleef and Arpels, with bespoke pieces made from the rarest gemstones: diamonds, sapphires, rubies, emeralds. These aren't just accessories, they're works of art, each one telling a story of perfection and craftsmanship. Speaking of art, their collection is no less impressive. It includes original works by masters like Paul Cézanne, Mark Rothko, and Damien Hirst. These pieces aren't just hanging on the walls, they're strategic investments, increasing in value over time. The Al Thani family doesn't just collect, they share their art, loaning pieces to museums and galleries around the world, establishing themselves as patrons of the arts. Their influence extends far beyond the world of luxury goods. They've built an empire where wealth, culture, and influence collide. The Al Thani family has been key in turning Qatar into one of the Middle East's cultural powerhouses. They've built world-class museums and galleries that house some of the most impressive art collections in the region. Take the Museum of Islamic Art in Doha, for example. It's a shining testament to their commitment to preserving and displaying Islamic art and culture for future generations. Their influence goes beyond just creating spaces for art. They actively support the arts by sponsoring major events and exhibitions worldwide. Their patronage helps foster creativity and elevate the cultural conversation, solidifying the family's place as true connoisseurs in the art world. But the Al Thani family's taste for luxury doesn't stop at art or architecture. It spills over into their collection of high-end cars and yachts, each a true masterpiece of design and engineering. Let's start with their legendary fleet of cars, every car enthusiast's dream. Their garage houses some of the rarest and most expensive vehicles on the planet, including the iconic Bugatti Veyron. This isn't just a car, it's a fusion of art and engineering that costs millions. And it's not just one. The Al Thanis are said to own several Veyrons, each one customized to perfection. But their love for speed doesn't end there. They also have a taste for one-of-a-kind supercars, like the Lykan Hypersport. This isn't your everyday sports car. It boasts diamond-encrusted headlights and a holographic display system. With only 7 ever made, it's a rare gem that perfectly represents the family's penchant for owning the rarest and most exclusive vehicles. And it's not just land that gets the royal treatment. The Al Thani family's yacht collection is equally breathtaking. Each vessel in their fleet outdoes the last. But the true crown jewel is the Al Merkab, one of the largest and most lavish yachts in existence. This floating palace, valued at around $300 million, is packed with every luxury imaginable: a helipad, a swimming pool, and even a private movie theater. If there's a way to live in luxury on the water, the Al Thanis have found it.